Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back for another BKFC Reddit Ask Me Anything. We're joined by a BKFC guy who's going to be making his official Ice Wars appearance, Devin, the Canadian assassin, Gibson. How you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going? What's up, guys?
First of all, when the hell are we going to see you in bare knuckle again? That's what I want to know.
It's been bare knuckles been it's been tough over the years because I had uh my fight, obviously, like the first Edmonton show that was gonna happen. That fell through because I was so sick. And then they came back the year after, and I had planned to go out of the country with my son for a few weeks, like right before the show. So I missed the first two Canadian shows, and they got another Canadian show coming up in August. I can't go to again, so I'm hoping something comes up, but it seems to be kind of that same time of the year, so it's been tough to kind of match something up.
Well, BKFC learned not to go to Canada in
Yeah.
the winter since their first one. They like people got stuck in the blizzard. But you're a guy who also fought like down here, down south. So is it one of those things like BKFC hasn't been reaching out, or is it you just have so much stuff going on? Like I said, what's been the holdup?
Yeah, I haven't really gotten much like outside of the Canadian shows. So that was a bit of it. But obviously, like BKFC teamed up with Ice Wars, and Charlie reached out to David to give him the thumbs up. So David was all for this. So I just appreciate him allowing me to go in this direction for right now until they can kind of figure out when to fit me back in.
I think it's great because, like you guys, you fighters want to fight two, three, four times a year. BKFC oftentimes can only get you one fight a year. So I think this Ice Wars, the crossover, being able to do multi promotions, I think it's going to be great for you guys, and it keeps you guys busy and get you money.
Hey, Ice Wars too with the round length
Yeah.
type of fighting. I'll do this 50 times a year if they'll let me.
And you get to wear gloves and stuff. It's weird.
Yeah.
I've heard them talk about potentially down the line, like taking the gloves off. I don't know what they're gonna do. Like they won't be able to let you guys wear helmets, so I don't know if they'll do like padded headgear or something. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this keeps evolving.
So they did say, because a lot of the straps on like the first few events were coming off, and they had to pick them back up like every single time they reset. This time they said they got much better straps that are supposed to stay on, but it will be helmets.
Sure. No, but
Yeah,
we had
yeah.
talked to Charlie, and he said like down the line he would like if you guys wanted to go bare knuckle, if two guys agreed to go actual bare knuckle, they could do that. So
Oh, and wear it with. Okay, yeah,
yeah. So like some kind
that'd be
of
cool.
padded helmet.
Yeah, right on. Yeah.
Okay, so we know you're a bare knuckle fighter. We know you're tough. Like, tell us about your hockey experience.
I've been playing hockey since typical Canadian story since I was two. Basically, when I could walk, I started skating. Yeah, I've been playing pretty much every year up until I was 20. Uh, Took some time off in my 20s, and I've been playing pickup leagues for the last 2 3 years.
Are you a better boxer fighter or you're a better hockey player?
I hope I was a better, yeah, better boxer for sure. I can play hockey real well. I love to get out there like any chance I can get, but uh, yeah, my hockey kind of stopped around that time. So
So you and I have talked before. You're fighting Derek. That was not your original opponent, but I give a big shout out to Ice Wars for being able to find you an opponent. And it's great that Gates was able to step up and take on the fight. But how disappointed were you that you didn't get to fight your original opponent?
yeah, it was. Well, I was training for him for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and it was going to be a tough fight. I was excited for it. It was going to be, yeah, toughest fight of my career. It was different sport. Like everything about it was exciting, new. Um, and it was about 3 weeks out. I kind of got the call that he didn't want to cut down to that weight anymore. Um, so they switched it. There was another guy who ended up getting injured, and then they gave me Derek, and it's I'm just kind of rolling with it at this point, and yeah, it's disappointing, but I mean Derek's coming to fight, so it's I still got something there, and I'm hoping to get something in a couple weeks after that as well.
Now, like, have you been trying to do some boxing stuff too? Like, I try to follow you as close as I can on Instagram. Like, I feel like you were supposed to do a boxing fight too, right? Or
Oh, I did. Yeah, I fought. I lost a split decision in my hometown. I went back to the amateurs,
okay,
and just basically it was a charity show. Wanted to put on a show because we don't get very many shows in Sarnia.
okay.
So it was just an opportunity to kind of be able to do something in front of everybody and just have a great time. And fought a great guy who was one of the top in the province, and had a good fight. Haven't fought amateur in 12 years, so it was nice to get back. Different rule set, but it was a lot of fun.
As someone who makes his living as a prize fighter, how difficult it is it when you can't get those fights and like something always comes up and an opponent drops? Like, are you somebody who has like a day job? Are you somebody who like coaches? Like, what do you do exactly?
Yeah, yeah. I have a day job. I like when fights get dropped like that. I'm always in the gym training. Like I'm always around it. But yeah, it's definitely it's been happening. It happens in the pros, it happens in the amateurs. Like it happened honestly more in the amateurs where you'd show up day of, guy wouldn't fight, you'd go home, you wouldn't have a fight. Like we've been dealing with this since I was 11, 12 years old. So it's nothing new. It's just a different era, I guess, of it.
You see, like your guy fights 25s. It's see you Dodson's kind of taking a break off. You got like an interim belt. Like there's a lot of stuff that's up in the air right now. It's one of those things like and you are a guy who looked phenomenal at 125. It's one of those things like I'm
Thanks.
kind of curious why BKFC doesn't bring you in. You're clearly a tough guy and you could easily be in the top 5. And it seems like 25 kind of got stagnant. So I'm hoping like after fans get to see you again. It's one of those things like if you're out of sight, you're out of mind type of thing. You know what I mean? And you haven't fought for BKFC in almost 2 years. So hopefully they see you at the Ice Wars and we get to see you back in the ring.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Again, it was like there's been a couple things throughout the years, and things yeah fell through for different reasons, and it'd be nice to get back at some point. But it's yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to this right now, and see where it goes from there.
Are you a guy who's like reached out to some of the veterans from Ice Wars who've done it before and said like, hey, what do you guys think? Or you're a professional fighter, so you kind of, like you just do your own thing.
No, I haven't reached out to them, but I respect the hell out of them. I had a couple guys who were not necessarily Ice Wars veterans, but hockey fight veterans, hockey players in general, reach out to me and say they wanted to video call, wanted to chat, and kind of go over things and figure out some tricks. But yeah, no, I respect the hell out of anybody. It's a different sport. I'm coming in here. I hope to show the Ice Wars something a little different than they've seen, something that's really gonna blow their minds and take the sport to the next level. But as far as what everybody else has done, I couldn't be more appreciative of like tips and anything people can give me.
It's one of those things like you're a guy who like kind of likes to fight long, but now you get to grab somebody and hold on to them. So is it one of those like do you plan on kind of treating it like a bare knuckle fight and going from there, or do you want to like I'm gonna grab you and I'm just gonna wheel haymakers at you, you know?
Well, so we've been the training styles that we've switched up. I did that boxing fight 5 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago maybe, and I was boxing, boxing, boxing at that time, working on movement. The last 5 weeks, we've just been burning out my shoulders, minute rounds, hard as I can go. I plan on just, yeah, not stop throwing. I'm going to be in the pocket, underneath, around everything that he throws, and I'm going to be throwing until the last bell. So I just want to bring the action, and I just want to stay right there with him the whole time.
Does this whole like Canadian versus America thing, like it was huge for the hockey thing of the four nations. The one thing that I found is like, oh, you guys are so nice. It's going to be like, I'm clearly American, you're Canadian. It's going to be hard for me to boo you. I'll do it. I'll boo you all day. But like, I mean, the whole rivalry thing, I think it's interesting, but I also think like it's so hard to root against you guys.
No, yeah, we've done a whole bunch. Like I live on the border,
Okay.
anyways, so we've done a whole bunch of like Canada versus USA border stuff like for the past 2 decades. Like it almost feels like every time we fight over there, it's like this. So for me, even when I seen the poster, I didn't really think anything of like rivalry stuff. It was just kind of a fun show. I've had a couple people ask me that same question though, and yeah, no, there's no bad blood anywhere. I'm going over. It's going to be a fun time, and yeah, probably end up. I suggested we play a pickup game the next day with Team USA, but I mean, if we just get drinks, that's fine too.
You're a guy who's come from the bare knuckle. Are you doing anything for hand conditioning since you get to wear MMA gloves? Like I almost feel like it's not necessarily going to be like quite the ordeal as if you were to go bare knuckle.
Yeah, like I've been training in MMA gloves rather than boxing gloves, just because it definitely it's definitely harder even hitting pads.
Sure.
So I've been training like that, but I haven't been doing any of like the bare knuckle kind of knuckle training.
Now, I've heard from other people that they actually like wearing the MMA gloves because they can actually throw harder than they do if they're bare knuckle. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I like the I feel like you felt a little more restricted in bare knuckle because you had to pick the shots that you weren't going to completely break, injure your hand. So you were finding shots and fourth, fifth rounds when they start getting real tender. You're not able to kind of launch what you want. I do feel the same. Yeah, with MMA gloves, I feel like I'm going to be able to throw pretty much whatever I want and with as much force as I want. And I spar a lot of these guys around here, and it hasn't shown a whole bunch of my fights, but I've got a lot of power, and
Sure.
I put a lot of guys down in sparring, and I feel like with these gloves, I'm gonna be able to do that. Bare knuckle, it was more picking my shots and trying to just preserve my hands.
Okay, growing up, did you have a favorite hockey movie?
Uh, Probably the Mighty Ducks.
The Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite player on the Mighty Ducks?
Oh, at the time, mm, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I couldn't pick. Yeah.
Oh, all right. No, like the Banksy, you know what I mean? Like the rich kid
Yeah.
who gets forced to play. I never really liked Charlie Conway. Like that kid did nothing for me.
Yeah.
Okay, growing up as a hockey player, who's your favorite enforcer back in the day?
Hmm. Ty Domi?
Ty Domi.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't the biggest guy, but man, he would fight
No.
anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Were you like, who's your favorite hockey team? Like, are you an Edmonton guy or?
Oh, right. Yeah, I've been Pittsburgh Penguins pretty much
Okay,
pretty well. So I always would follow from Montreal Canadiens to Colorado Avalanche as a kid. I followed Patrick Waugh
sure.
wherever he went, I was with him. He retired. I was straight over to the Pittsburgh Penguins after that, and I've been Pittsburgh Penguins since.
It was cool because I'm from Colorado, so like
Yeah.
the first year that we got the Avalanche and Patrick Waugh came in, and dude, like the old rivalries between like the Red Wings and the Avalanche back in the day, like that's probably some of the best hockey ever.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a lot of fun to watch. He was just such a great goalie.
So we've talked to guys before, and they said, look, a lot of people think like, oh, I'll just, I'm a great boxer. I can fight in this ice wars, but they don't have the skating. Are you somebody who's a good skater, or have you like really been working on the footwork and the skating?
Well, that's kind of the best part about it for me is my skating is super strong. Like I'm fast. I can skate really well. Where I lacked probably in going boxing instead of hockey was like my stick handling, passing, like everything that has a stick. I was like, all right, I'm just not good enough. I'd get mopped probably by some of these guys on this card. But when it comes to skating, yeah, I can skate really well.
Are you excited about the rule sets? Like it's interesting because we talked to Charlie, and it's like I've heard up to 3 1-minute rounds, but then I heard potentially not up to that, and then they're really refining the rules. So like, have you heard anything that you really like about the rules?
Yeah, so he originally like even in the promos still that's getting put out, it says minute and a half rounds, but they're 1 minute rounds, uh, 2 rounds. If it's tied, it goes to a third
Sure.
tiebreaker. So I like it. Yeah, I think it's interesting on both ends because that seems like a lot for a guy who is used to fighting 20, 30-second hockey fights.
Sure.
It seems like not much for guys who are fighting 10 minutes, but you kind of meet in the middle with the pace of each sport and kind of try and figure it out. I feel like it is probably the perfect amount of time that they could get the excitement, but also keep some of the skill there.
So are you a guy who, like, if you come through this unscathed, are you wanting on the next Ice Wars? Like, what do you want exactly?
Yeah, I've been bugging AJ and Charlie like crazy to get me on the 28th as well. So that's what I'm hoping. I'll injury free come out and go do it again.
It's interesting because I'm talking to you, and most of these hockey guys are like, yeah, I want to do bare knuckle, but you've actually done the bare knuckle. Is it one of those things that you like? Say you fight Gates here, and it's a close fight. Is that a fight that you'd like to potentially run back in bare knuckle? You know what I mean?
So here, probably not in bare knuckle because I've been trying to get away from 135 like
Okay,
completely in bare knuckle. I want to fight 125. A lot of the guys that they've gotten for me have been at catch weights at 130. It's just I'm trying to get away from that because I even right now I'm a pound underweight right now,
okay,
fighting Gates at 135. But when I come into these hockey fights, I was like I fight MMA guys, whatever, it's okay at 135. I'm like, I might even go up a little bit, like to fight some of the hockey players because we know those hockey players when they say they're a weight, they're actually that weight. They're not cutting down 25 pounds and ballooning up fight day.
sure.
So it's kind of yeah. As far as bare knuckle, I want to get away from 135, but up here I'm more open to fighting guys at different weights there. So I think this will be one and done with Derek though.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. And my last question I always ask people the very first time they have them on the show. Do you remember the first time you were in a street fight, the first time you punched somebody to anger who wasn't related to you?
That wasn't related to me. Yeah, that's tough because me and my cousins, we were fighting a lot
Right?
back in the day. But yeah, no, I think I did, and I think I got my butt whooped right after doing it. So it
We
was yeah.
I just interviewed Brooks, who's the main event, and he was telling me that he had a friend who was like was really good at talking shit and got him all hyped up to go fight this guy. And he said he went to go fight this dude and looked away for a second. The dude slept him, and he goes, he didn't lose after that. But
Yeah.
it's crazy, like when you fight when you're young, like when you said you got your butt whooped, was it by the parents or by the kid you were fighting?
No, it was yeah, it was honestly just it what I never went out like after somebody or anything like that, but it was like whole crowd comes in like these guys don't like each other, meet up on the playground, and just wasn't big enough. I was always a small guy, so wasn't big enough. Hadn't really trained before, and yeah, I got beat up. It wasn't slept or anything, but I definitely got out wrestled and pushed around. So
All right. Do you have any message for the fans, sponsors, shout outs, anything you'd like to get out there before we call it a night?
well, you did say you were looking for a reason to root against Canada at some point, and I've got something pretty special planned for the weigh-ins. So I think I'll be able to play the heel a little bit there, and just look forward to that, and looking forward to a big event coming up, and yeah, it's gonna be a great time. Really excited.
I plan on going to the fight. I won't be at the weigh-ins, but we're going to be driving over it on Saturday to watch the fight. So it'll be fun.
Right on.
All right,
Awesome.
man. Well, thanks so much for your time and good luck, buddy.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Bye.